Hello guys, and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to our epic quest across Europe to win the top flight division in each of the European nations in the game. We are in nation number 31. We're in the final three. As you may know from the last couple of episodes, we are the manager of AC Milan, and we've reached 3/4 of the way through the season. We're approximately 30 games into our first and hopefully only season here in Serie A. Couple of things to run through since you're last here. There's not really been any transfers. There's been a couple gone out on loan. We have got quite a few players out on loan. To be fair, there's quite a lot of them. We've even actually sold one or two players along the way as well. We've arranged a future transfer coming in for this guy was considered to be the number one in the top 50 youth players in the world. So we've put a bid in for him. Milos Novakovic, a Serbian, 18 years old. Looks like he's going to be a very handy striker. He's coming in for £6 million. So hopefully once he gets to Italy, his value will skyrocket. That's the plan anyway for Milan going forward. In terms of the schedule, since you were last here, we took on Spal and Napoli. Of course, we went through in the Coppa Italia third round, a 2-0 win over Cremonese. Followed that up in the league against Empoli, a 2-0 win. Robert Olish with both the goals, both in injury time at the end of either half. So nice performance there. We had Roma in the Coppa Italia third round. We beat them 3-0. And you can see there that we were drawn against our former side at Benfica in the Champions League knockout playoff. And Jose Luciano got both the goals in the first game. And then it was Simon, Roger and Puto with both the goals in the second game. So a nice 4-0 win on aggregate over Benfica. Unfortunately, our next domestic game was against Roma again. And we lost. Dorjan Gorichan with the only goal of the game in the 46th minute. We didn't register a single shot on target. We were pretty poor, unfortunately. And that was a little bit of a setback, considering as well that we drew the next game against Inter. Inter took the lead through Diego Chica in the 18th minute. They then scored no goal in the 42nd minute before we took the lead through Robert Olish in the 64th, but we did concede in the 79th minute. In what you have to say, looking at these match stats, the ones you can see behind my head, of course, guys, it was a fairly even game, and a draw is probably a good result. De Rosario played really poorly though, unfortunately, but that does leave us ahead on the head-to-head within having a win and a draw against them, which is good. But we then sort of bounced back to winning form, really. And first of all, it was a 4-0 win against Sampdoria. It was Tisserand, Ajaita, Olej and Wambafotso from the penalty spot. Absolute dominant performance. Slightly closer against Bologna, although we did absolutely dominate the game. And Simon, Roger and Puto got the only goal of the game before he missed a penalty. Their goalkeepers picked up an 8 in the man of the match, which tells you how good we were going forward. We're drawn against Man United in the Champions League round of 16, and we won at the San Siro 1-0. Unfortunately, we lost 3-1 in the second leg, having gone 1-0 up as well. So we were 2-0 up in aggregate before Man United came back and turned it around. 1-0 at home to Cagliari was a little bit of a poor result, especially seems how it took us to the 93rd minute to score from the penalty spot as well. And we were actually quite lucky not to drop points there. Only 6 shots on target. Cagliari had nothing going forward. We were never at risk of losing the game. It was just quite poor that we took to the 93rd minute and relied on a penalty. Hellas Verona, next up in the league, 2-1 in this one. Rui de Rosario, and then it took an own goal for us to get the win after Meglic had equalised. Udinese were next up, 2-0 in this one. Roger and Puto and Robert Olish with the goals. Again, another very, very good performance by Milan. And we were drawn against Juve in the Coppa Italia semi-final. You can see that we've gone to Turin for the first leg and picked up a 2-2 draw, which is good. That means that we get to bring them back home and hopefully do the business. But in terms of how Serie A looks, we're currently second in the table, 2 points behind Inter, but we do have 2 games in hand, which does put us in pole position, really. It's a 2-horse race at the top. Roma are some 12 points behind us, but we just need to win our games in hand, really, and we're in pole position to take the league title back from Inter and hopefully tick the nation off the list. We have 2 games today, though. The first is against Atalanta, who find themselves down in 7th position, 31 points behind us. So it should be a comfortable victory for Milan. Robert Olish is now clear at the top of that league goal scoring table as well. We've got the 2 best assisters in the table. as well. But let's get into the first game, guys, against Atalanta. We do have a couple of one injury concern, and it is Rui do Rosario. He's actually out for quite some time. It was 8 weeks to 3 months with a hip injury when he first went out. So we've moved Puto over to that right-hand side. And this is the lineup that we are going to go with for today. It's going to be a pretty settled back five now. Maro, Robledo, Caruso, Ponte and Felipe. Felipe and the usual left back, whose name is Manuccio. They tend to rotate quite regularly. Jaita Vintalescu comes in as a defensive midfielder for today instead of Wamba Fozzo. He's played pretty much every game this season and he does need a little bit of a rest. It's then Umputo, Tisserand, and we're actually going to have Olej up top, who is, as you can see, is unhappy. The players were unhappy that they got knocked out of the Champions League because that's my fault apparently. Yeah, so that's the lineup for today. Hopefully we can pick the result up against Atalanta. 15 minutes into the game, guys, we get our first highlight in. It is a Milan corner to be taken by Tisserand towards that near post, headed clear by the defender, but only as far as Jaita. Now Jose Luciano with the effort from the edge of the area. It's grazed the top of the crossbar on its way over. It's been a little bit of a quiet start so far for Milan. Hopefully it's not a repeat of a couple of the games that we've had recently where we've scraped a 1-0 win or a win by 1 goal. But Atalanta are offering nothing going forward, so it should be a comfortable win for Milan. We just need to hit the target, and hopefully we can do that just before half time. It is an Atalanta throw-in though. It's Power with the ball, finds Olakune, I think it said. We've put the defenders under pressure there, but they've played their way out. It's Palladino to Reda. Palladino again switches the play to the right hand side towards Oppenyemi. Good tackle by Tisserand, comes in. The ball's with Felipe. Now Vintalescu. Jose Luciano comes back to Ponte. Ponte brings the ball over halfway, finds Jose Luciano again into Tisserand. Nice little touch past the defender. Clip ball over the top towards Olej. He's gone a little bit wider than he would have liked, but he does manage to find Robledo, who has the effort from the edge of the area. Not really the player you want having that sort of effort, really, from Robledo. But we're struggling to score here, guys, in this first half, despite having 10 shots at goal. And this is where Atalanta go in front, isn't it? And we've done well to win that header, though. It's Jai to bring the ball out, looking long towards Umputo, who gets there. Umputo with the effort. It's a great save by the goalkeeper, and that should have been 1-0 to Milan. We do have the resulting corner, though, at injury time at the end of the first half. It's going to be Tisserand to take it. It's a deep one. We've had the effort, but the goalkeeper, Ghilardi, has made another good save there in goal for Atalanta. So at half time, guys, we are thoroughly dominating. We've had 7 shots on target. It's a little bit worrying that we haven't scored one yet, but hopefully we can in the second half. And hopefully this is that opportunity. It's Tisserand with his free kick on the edge of the area. He has scored a couple this season. Hopefully this is another one in at that near post. He goes for it. The goalkeeper's made the save. Pats it out to Jaita. The goalkeeper really should be looking to put that behind for a corner rather than patting it straight back down into a dangerous area. And Jaita's the first one to react, puts the ball in the back of the net. Questions, was he onside though? He was indeed. Jaita gets the opening goal of this game for his 7th of the season. Goalkeeper needs to be doing better with that though, to put it behind for a corner. It's all you need to do, mate. But finally we have taken the lead in this game, and that moves us back to the top of the table. But Atalanta, with power, have their first effort at goal in the entire match. It's taken them an hour, and thankfully it didn't cause us any problems. Into the final 20 minutes, and it's a goal kick from Atalanta, which we've managed to win in the air. It's Robledo now finding Vintalescu to Caruso. Caruso bringing the ball forward. He's got Robledo outside of him. Robledo with a chance to run into a little bit of space. Finds Umputo instead. Umputo comes back to Robledo. It's back inside to Caruso. Jaita, the goal scorer. Robledo on the right hand side again. Can we deliver the ball into the box? It's a decent looking ball forward, looking for Umputo, but the defender reads it well, cuts it out, but he gives it straight back to Felipe, who finds Jose Luciano in the channel on the left hand side. Gets the ball into the box towards Umputo, who gets his 18th of the season and makes it a little bit more comfortable for Milan in this game. It's a good, well worked goal in the end, really. Well worked goal, and a good cross by Jose Luciano, and a great header at that back post by Umputo. Yeah, good ball in there from Luciano. Umputo rises highest, keeps his header down into the bottom corner. The goalkeeper really didn't stand a chance with that one. And that's the way it stays till the full-time whistle, guys. Omar Jaita picking up the man of the match. A nice, comfortable 2-0 win in the end. We absolutely dominated Atalanta, as you can see there by the match stats. Good performance, and it puts us back to the top of the table. And there is the table, guys. Just confirmation that we do move back to the top. 1 point ahead of Inter, but of course we do still have a game in hand. So if we win that, we're technically 4 points clear, which is a nice little cushion to have over our city rivals. So the next game in today's episode is against Torino at the San Siro. They currently find themselves down in 19th place, so it should be a routine victory for Milan. It's in 4 days' time, guys, so I'm going to click forward to that. We'll come back, we'll take on Torino, and we'll wrap up the episode. Right, guys, we've made it to the second game of today's episode at San Siro, at home to Torino. I'm not going to change the starting lineup from the last game. We played pretty well, so let's just keep it as it is. So as we get the game underway, this is actually our game in hand over Inter. So this would, if we did win, would move us to that 4 points clear, which would be a nice way to wrap the episode up, wouldn't it? And it's Tisserand with the early corner, which is headed clear by the defender. We've not really done it with corners here at Milan. In some clubs and players, we hit loads of them, but I don't think we've scored one yet this season at Milan. And it's Ponte with the ball, finds Vintilescu, back to Ponte again. Comes left to Felipe. Felipe down the line towards Jose Luciano. Can he deliver another cross like he did in the first game? Checks back onto that right foot. Finds Felipe. Felipe instead of the ball into the box. It's again cleared by the Torino defence. Only as far as Ponte though. And Vintilescu. Now Jaita on the edge of the area has the effort. It's hitting Puto, I think. And the Torino defence do get it cleared. But we're still coming forward here with Vintilescu. Now Jaita again into Puto. And Puto has the effort on his left foot. It's gone over the bar though. And again, we're coming still in the first couple of minutes here, guys. We obviously, as you'd expect, Milan against Torino, we're dominating the game. Jose Luciano finds Ponte. Ponte, ball out to the left, and Felipe. Good ball down the line towards Tisserand, who's in for his 16th of the season. Good assist by Felipe there. Fantastic pass, and Tisserand does the business. And we're looking to double that advantage in the first half. Jose Luciano with the ball, looking for Puto. He's going to get there as well, and Puto has the effort, and he puts the ball into the back of the net for his 19th of the season. And it shows you how well the two inside forwards work in this formation, particularly if you've got good ones like we have got here at Milan. They've now scored over 30 goals between them, and that's not including De Rosario as well, of course, who's is currently injured. They score a large majority of the goals that your team score in this tactic. Caruso with the ball though. We're just a couple of minutes after that second goal, and we're going to go and look to make it 3. It's Ponte now. Jose Luciano with the ball, looking for Oles. It's a little bit overhit though, but the defenders, he's just about got away with it. I thought he made a meal with it, and Oles was going to pinch it, but they just keep giving the ball back to us. It's like attack against defence here, guys, and it's Vintilescu with the ball. Jaita now, Puto out to the right hand side, and Robledo driving towards the penalty area, gets it across for Oles, and it is 3-0 now. Was Oles onside though? Let's have a look. He was onside, so it is 3-0. It's another good finish from an AC Milan player. It's a really good ball into the box by Robledo as well, round the corner. Yeah, he's miles onside, and a great finish off the inside the post. And we're still looking to make it more. It's still only 26 minutes into the game, guys. And we're coming forward again. It's Robledo on the right-hand side. Delivers another one into the box. This time it's saved by the goalkeeper from the effort from Tisserand. And the Torino players do manage to get the ball out into touch. You kind of get the feeling this could be quite embarrassing for Torino, though. And with 36 minutes on the clock, we're looking to add to that embarrassment. That's a really poor ball forward, though. And Gay comes out and comfortably claims that one. It was a little bit overhit, that ball forward, but Gay is going to give us straight back to us. Of course he is. Caruso actually wins the header, but gives it to the Torino player, and a Fiore really well tackled back by Puto. I accused him of being a little bit lazy earlier on in the season in a previous episode, but he's done well to work back and win that one back. And now Jaita looks to get Tisserand away to overhit. The defender clears it, and Puto wins the header though, finds Oles. Oles takes it past his man, who goes with him, but can Oles deliver it back? Finds Puto. Jose Luciano for 4, gets his 6th of the season from defensive midfield, and it's 4-0 inside the first half here at the San Siro. And at the break, that's the way it remains, guys. 4-0, massively on top. Again, Torino not really offering anything going forward. It's we're very, very good in that respect. And into the second half, we're immediately on the attack again. It's Ponte finding Jose Luciano, to Ponte to Felipe. Ponte again, Vintilescu He's had the ball taken off him by Fiore. Can we win it back? Vintalescu does well to get it back and finds Tisserand. Tisserand with the ball over the top towards Oles, the top scorer in the league. Gets his second of the game and is 32nd in all competitions this season to make it 5-0 straight after half-time here for Milan. And with 20 minutes remaining, we've sort of backed off Torino a little bit in the second half, but we are still looking to add more. We have made a change up top as well. We brought Oles off, who you may have noticed before the match was in need of a rest. So we've brought Kajari on. Here he is on the ball now. Looks to take it past one. The ball falls at the feet of Mputo, has a curling effort from the edge of the area, and it's hit the crossbar. It was a great effort from Mputo there. Tisserand with his free kick towards the back post, and Mputo gets there again. It's a little bit of a goalmouth scramble, but the Torino players do manage to get it away, only as far as Vintalescu. Now Robledo doesn't get the opportunity to get the ball back into the box. And that's the way it stays till the end, guys. Most of the work there done in the first half, which was very encouraging to see. Torino managed one shot in the entire game. So, just confirmation of the league table after that game. We do now move 4 points clear of our Milan rivals in Inter, which is very, very good to see. There's 7 games remaining in the season. We will be back next episode at the end of the season to see if we can maintain the form that we're in and lift the Serie A title, so we can move on to our final 2 nations, of course, Spain and England. Guys, thank you for watching. As always, please do remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. Like I say, it does help out massively. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next episode, where hopefully we're the Serie A champions. So guys, cheers, and I'll see you later.